Hello everybody. In this video, we're going to be going over on how to set this equation you see here, set it in terms of b. Okay, so the equation is following. A is equal to b over the square root of 1 minus b squared. So we want to get this in terms of b, so you want to get b, the variable b, by itself on one side. Okay, first things first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set restrictions to this problem. I'll set it up here. I'm going to make it that a and b have to be greater than 0, okay? This means a and b have to be positive numbers. I'm going to be doing this because if I don't do this, then there will be many more possibilities for the answer and much more work, okay? So let's just make it a and b has to be positive. Okay, so what do we do first? So we see we have the denominator here, right? And how do we get rid of a denominator? You subtract the denominator on both sides. Okay, so the denominator is square root of 1 minus b squared. So let's subtract that on both sides. No, not subtract it, sorry, multiply it on both sides. Oops, square root of that. And multiply it here. Okay, so as you can see, these two cancel out. So now we're going to be left with 1 minus b, square root of 1 minus b squared times a is equal to b. Okay? So you may think we already have a b here, but notice there's a b there too. So we need to get all the b's together on one side by itself. So this is not yet correct. Okay, so now what do we do next? Well, how do we get rid of a square root? You square it. So that means let's square both sides. So we get rid of the square root, okay? Okay, we square this. Since these two are multiplied, we can just square each individually and don't have to worry about anything else. So let's square this by this squared. Square root of 1 minus b squared is you just take away the square root. So we get 1 minus b squared with no square root. And then times a squared is equal to b squared. Okay, so we have this now. So now how can we simplify this? Yes, we can. Let us distribute the a squared to these two. So let's distribute it. So that will give us a squared minus a squared b squared equals b squared. Okay, so now we got this. So now what do we want to do? What you always want to do is you want to put the same terms together. So in this case, we're trying to find b, right? So we're trying to put all the b's together on one side. In order to do that, let's add this whole term. Remember, this is multiplied together. This has to stay together. Let's add it to let's add it to both sides, so it cancels out here, and then it adds over here, which gives us a squared is equal to b squared plus a squared b squared. Alright, so now we have this. So now what can we do to simplify this even further? Well, you can see on this side, so we want to get the b by itself, right? So you can see on this side, we could factor out b squared from both terms. So let's go ahead and do that. A squared is equal to b squared. Take out the b squared. And then, so it'll factor, so the b squared, take out the b squared from b squared, you'll get just 1. And take out the b squared from a squared b squared, you'll get a squared. Okay, so now we have this we have these two terms together, right? We want to get b by itself, so let's just divide this term here. So we have 1 plus a squared. Divide that on both sides. Okay, so we divided this, so these cancel out. So now let's rewrite our new equation. We have b squared is equal to a squared divided by 1 plus a squared. Okay, now we almost have b by itself, but notice we have a b squared here. So now there's only one more step, and that is find the square root. That's how you take out the squared. So let's find the square root of this. So just square root this and square root this whole thing. So that gives us b is equal to square root of a over 1 plus a squared. Okay, let me make some more room here. I'm gonna erase this stuff. So let me rewrite this. B is equal to square root of a over 1 plus a squared. Alright, now we can rewrite this. Oh, sorry, this is supposed to be a squared. Okay, so now we can rewrite this by squaring the top and bottom, the numerator and denominator individually. So that gives us b is equal to square root of a squared over square root of 1 plus a squared, which just simplify and gives us our final answer. B is equal to a over square root of 1 plus a squared. And this is your final answer. Thank you for watching, and I hope you learned something new, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks. Bye.